If you have completed IELTS and CBT but caught in the frustrating and endless cycle of job search without success, your IELTS and CBT is at the verge of expiring. Self-sponsorship happens to be the only option for you, but you are not even sure of the process. You don't have confidence in the process, and you don't even know if it is worth investing in. Then this video is exactly what you need right now. By the end of this video, you will gain confidence in the self-sponsorship route, know the nitty-gritty of that route, and even determine if it is worth investing in. If this sounds like something good to you, then like this video and stay tuned to the end. My name is Brightera Magbenyo. On this channel, I talk about personal finance, personal development, entrepreneurship, nursing, and migration. So if any of these subjects are in your interest, then you are at the right place. Do well to subscribe to the channel. Now let's dive into today's video. So what is the self-sponsorship route? The self-sponsorship route involves sponsoring yourself to the UK on a visitor's visa to sit the OSCE exam to get your NMC PIN. This is what you need to be eligible to work in the UK as a nurse. Usually, for a nurse who trained overseas to come to the UK to practice, you would have to complete IELTS and CBT, after which you search for a job. When you get an offer, your employer issues you something we call Certificate of Sponsorship. This document is what you use to apply for a skilled worker visa to come to the UK to practice as a nurse. But due to some peculiar reasons, there is not active recruitment from countries like Ghana and Nigeria and most African countries. This is making job search difficult for nurses who have completed the process and are looking to migrate to the UK. When it gets to this point, the only option for you is to sponsor yourself to come to the UK to write the OSCE examination. So what are the advantages of the self-sponsorship route and why should you consider it? 1. The self-sponsorship route allows you to come to the UK to sit the OSCE and then get your NMC PIN. This gives you an upper hand in the job market. Imagine searching for the same job with your peers with the same qualifications and credentials, but you have the NMC PIN. This means that the employer will choose you over other job seekers. Secondly, and most importantly, once you have your NMC PIN, you no longer stand the risk of your IELTS and CBT expiring, thereby you starting the process all over again. This gives you more room to apply for more jobs at your own pace without worrying about any time limits. And trust me, nurses are still highly demanded in the UK. It is just unfortunate that there is not active recruitment going on in the African region. Once you are in the UK visiting to sit your OSCE examination, you have the advantage of searching for jobs, attending job fairs, visiting employers like NHS trusts, care homes to attend face-to-face interview if it is required by the employee, or even inquire by these employers if they would want to employ you once you get your PIN. This can give you the chance of even getting an offer and COS before going back to your country. So now that you have an understanding of what the self-sponsorship route is and its advantages, let's get into the process involved. So what is the process involved in the self-sponsorship route? Well, for you to be able to successfully undertake this process, the first thing you need to do is to estimate the investment required and then secure the necessary funds. The things you have to budget for during this process is your OSCE booking fee, your OSCE training fee, your flight ticket, your visa fees, your accommodation in the UK, and your internal transportation while you are in the UK. This is like transporting yourself from where you'll be staying in the UK to the test center and back, and any other rounds you have to do in the UK. You need to secure funding for all these items. Once you have gotten an estimate of how much it will cost you to undertake this journey, The next thing you need to do is to look for accommodation in the UK. At this point, you would need to reach out to friends and families in the UK, soliciting them to host you whilst you are in the UK to take your OSCE. Trust me, this will save you a lot of money. This means that you are not going to pay for accommodation, you are not going to pay for feeding, even if you pay just a little, because you'll be living at home and you'll be fed, right? This also means that you will not have to prove to the Home Office that you can cater for yourself when you come to the UK, and that will save you a lot of money. However, if you don't have any family or friends in the UK, or none of them is willing to host you, then you have to book for an accommodation in the UK by using Airbnb, Booking.com, and other platforms that can offer you cheaper accommodations whilst you are staying in the UK. Mind you, it is not a luxury journey, it is a journey of purpose. So you need to try as much as possible to cut costs. Once you have secured your accommodation in the UK, then you have to move to the next stage, that is booking your OSCE examination. You can book your OSCE examination with any of the 5 competence test centers in the UK, that is Oxford Brookes University in Swindon, Leeds Teaching Hospital NHS Trust in Leeds, University of Northampton, Northumbria University in Newcastle, and University of Ulster in Northern Ireland. These are the 5 test centers. You can book with any of them. It is essential to book a test center close to where you'll be staying in the UK, just so your travel time from your place of stay and the exam center will not be too far away. You may also book any test center depending on your personal circumstances. Once you have secured your OSCE bookings, then you have to look for an OSCE trainer. This is optional. You can decide to book for a trainer who will train you to be very competent and pass the exam on your first attempt. But if you believe in yourself that you can self-study to sit the exam and pass it, there are numerous resources on YouTube you can use. But also note that this is not an exam you'd want to take lightly. It is worth investing in. Most times, some OSCE trainers have a package where you pay and they do the OSCE booking for you. If you get such a package, then you wouldn't need to book the OSCE by yourself. Once you have booked your accommodation, secured your OSCE bookings and an OSCE trainer, at this point, you would have gathered all the necessary documents needed for your visa application. So the next step is to apply for your visitor's visa. During this process, if you are sponsoring yourself solely to come to the UK, then you need to prove to the Home Office where you'll be staying in the UK, that is showing proofs of booking of accommodation, proving to the Home Office that you can cater for yourself when you come to the UK by providing bank statements that shows that you have the money to take care of yourself, providing evidence that you return back to your home country once you complete the OSCE, by providing a letter from your employer back home indicating that you work with them and you are on a leave for the purpose of fighting OSCE and you'll be coming back to work. As part of the document for visa application, you will need to provide your decision letter, which you received from NMC, your OSCE booking confirmation, and if you had booked an OSCE trainer, you can add that and that will be an added advantage. Depending on your personal circumstances, the Home Office can also request for more documents in order to issue your visa. At this point, your visitor's visa would have been approved and you need to book your flight and start running to the UK. Once you arrive in the UK, you go through vigorous training, revision, and then sit your OSCE examination and then wait to receive your PIN. The process is pretty straightforward, but what is the missing link? The uncertainty of the outcome, lack of confidence in the process, financial problems, and lack of people who will guide you every step the way is what discourages a lot of people from embarking on this journey. So what about you get someone who will guide you step by step, every step of the process, from booking your OSCE to receiving your visa to arriving in the UK, training to see the OSCE, receiving your PIN, even revamping your CV for you and coaching you for job interviews until you land your offer and a COS. Sounds great, right? If you are looking for such a help, then look into the description where I will leave a link, or comment and I'll reply with a link for you to join a group of like-minded people who are embarking on this same journey. Alright, so you don't feel alone, you will have a sense of community knowing that you are doing this with other people. If money is a concern, look at it from this angle. See it as an investment into your future. If you have to go and secure loan from friends and families to embark on this journey, trust me, you will be able to pay them back once you secure a job and start working in the UK, rather than waiting for your CBT and IELTS expiring, and then you would have to start the whole process again, thereby losing the initial investment you have made into the whole process by taking IELTS and CBT. Some people have written IELTS like 3, 4, 5 times before they got it. Then it expires. How painful would that be? So have a second thought of it and look into sponsoring yourself to the UK. If you have watched the video up to this point, then you are really interested in embarking on this journey. Check this video for a complete breakdown of the cost involved in the process. In that video, I've even made an analysis of how long it can take you to pay people back if you had secured a loan. Thanks for watching today's video. I am very confident that you have gained some confidence in the self-sponsorship process and you are going to embark on that journey. If this information was very helpful to you, then like this video, subscribe to the channel and share to your friends, and don't forget to come back for more.